Well, in our Ondo, the site studio, we also have a number of guests. We'll be interacting with them as we go on. We'll be joined by, yes, there they are, Professor Adedayo Afe of the Department of History and International Studies of Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akuku, is there with us. And we also have Franklin Oloniju, who is Chairman Civil Society Organizations. They are right there in our Ondo studios in Akure, and they also will be part of the entire coverage as we bring to you the elections, who would be governor in Ondo State. Thank you very much for being with us. Gentlemen, would you like to make a few comments before we get started? Let's start off with Professor Adedayo Afe.
Uncle Siri, and I want to tell Nigerians that Ondo people, they are ready to act in an orderly manner. And we drove down for almost 3 kilometers before we got to this place this morning. Even though I got to my own polling booth around 8, the electoral officers, they are all, they're waiting for the electorate. Some of them were already gathered before 8 o'clock. But we were told that the vote proper will commence by 8:30. So I will still return back to do the proper thing. On our way coming, we came across so many polling units that people also gathered. But there is one thing that is unique about this election, the relative peace. Our prayer is that we sustain it. And because people are more educated, and people also believe that politicians, they are not worth dying for, so that you don't destroy your today because of somebody, you don't destroy your tomorrow because of somebody's today. And the community leaders, most especially in Akure Kingdom, the Deji Council, they've been praying for the last 5 years in making sure that what happened in 1983 will not resonate. And I believe that INEC also, they've been so wonderful in the last 1 year, in the commencement of this program. So I believe that politicians also, they play more mature politics in this time around, maybe because of the fact that most of the gubernatorial candidates are from the southern senatorial district of Ondo State, they are brothers. But all in all, I'm expecting something unique and something that other states will be able to copy. But in the area of voter apathy, because we saw some youth this morning playing football, about 50 of them early in the morning. And we cast their vote, and they are above voting age. But we'll get there, it's going to be through conscientization and through enlightenment, so that you will know that 2 wrongs can never make it right. If you believe in that the government is not performing the way expected, the not casting your vote will not solve the situation. So we still need to talk to them, so that in the subsequent election, the youth will participate more, because they are the future of the society.
So much, Prof. To have Oniju, what are your opening comments, briefly?
Well, it's focused on observing the election to see that all that have been said and planned by INEC, let's say the electoral management bodies, are carried out, the way they have said it. And so for us, it's a litmus to prove that, yes, they are up to the task, especially coming from the backdrop of what happened, or some of the gaps that were noticed in the Edo election. And so Ondo State election should be used as the basis to address some of those gaps and ensure that they are nipped in the bud in the area of logistics management. So her involvement in this election is basically to see that we are able to observe the process. If there are issues and gap noticed on real time, be able to communicate to the appropriate authority for them to take remedial actions. But like Prof have said, going forward, I think, yes, we may see some apathy among the populace, but I'm sure when the news filter in that all is calm, there are no violence on the side, I'm sure a lot of people may come out eventually to cast their vote, because it's important that we have a large number of people this time around, electing their leaders, and not the 20-25% of the population that normally do, provide the basis for employing our leaders, And so we are watching, we are looking, and we are observing. We are doing the three witches in one to see that the process becomes right, and we're able to say for this Ondo election, yes, we have thumb-ups for INEC, Ondo State, and INEC National, that they've done a very, very good job. That will be my opening contribution.
Much, and